नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्ति सिद्धांत सरस्वती नीति नामिने श्रीवार्षभानवी देवी दयिताय कृपाब्धये कृष्ण संबंध विज्ञान दायिने प्रभवे नमः। माधुर्योज्ज्वल प्रेमाढ्य श्रीरूपानुग भक्तिदा श्री गौरा करुणा शक्ति विग्रहाय नमोस्तुते। नमस्ते गौरवाणी श्रीमूर्तये दीनतारिणे रूपानुगा विरुद्धाप सिद्धान्तद्वान्तहारिणे नमो गौरकिशोराय साक्षाद्वैराग्यमूर्तये विप्रलम्बारसाम्बोधे पादाम्बुजाय ते नमः। नमो भक्तिविनोदाय सच्चिदानन्दनामिने गौरशक्तिस्वरूपाय रूपानुगावरायते गौराविर्भावभूमेस्त्वं निर्देष्टा सज्जनप्रियः वैष्णवः सार्वभौमः श्री जगन्नाथाय ते नमः। वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपासिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। नमो महावदन्याय कृष्णप्रेमप्रदायते कृष्णाय कृष्णचैतन्य नाम्ने गौरत्विषै नमः। पञ्चतत्त्वात्मकं कृष्णं भक्तरूपस्वरूपकं भक्तावतारं भक्ताख्यं नमामि भक्तशक्तिकं। हे कृष्णा करुणा सिन्धो दीनबन्धो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिकान्त राधाकान्त नमोस्तुते। जयतां सुरतोर्भङ्गुर्मामन्दमदेर्गति राधामदनमोहनं दिव्यत्रिदारण्यकल्पद्रुमादः श्रीमद्रत्नागारसिंहासनस्थौ श्रीमद्राधा श्रीलगोविन्ददेवो विश्वादिविसेव्यमानो स्मरामि। श्रीमान् रासरसारम्भे वंशीवटतटस्थितः कर्षं वेणुसने गोपी गोपीनाथः श्रीयस्तुनः तप्तकाञ्चन गौराङ्गी राधे वृन्दावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौरभक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। Hare Krishna. I am very blessed to be here because of the presence of Srila Prabhupada in this place, in this Alachua, and also I heard that many Srila Prabhupada disciples, they have taken this kshetra, this place, as their retirement home, and they have invested all the potencies which they have gained by serving Srila Prabhupada in this particular place. So it's a very wonderful place to be here to get inspiration. And having darshan of Srila Prabhupada disciples is actually having as good as having darshan of Srila Prabhupada himself, because that fortune we don't have, and further generations don't have the fortune of having darshan of Srila Prabhupada. So now having darshan of Srila Prabhupada disciples means having darshan of Srila Prabhupada himself for us. And maybe after 50 years, the other generation don't have the fortune of having darshan of Srila Prabhupada disciples. So we have them in abundance here. But in India, it is very rare to find hardly few people come and then go. But here we can have darshan every day. It's a great fortune. And I am so happy to be in this place. I was not knowing that this place has a Gurukul, school, and so many children, 5 children are studying here. And I had a nice one time around the day in the morning. So today is Hanuman Jayanti. Appearance day of Lord Hanuman. First I will talk some connection of Gaudiya with Hanuman. Very rare. This topic is very rarely discussed. But still we should know that we have a lot to do with Hanuman. Hanuman is our spiritual master. First I will talk about it and then talk something about Hanuman and some qualities. I'm not really prepared in one sense, but still we'll discuss something about Hanuman. We know Hanuman is Mukhya Prana. He is generally known as Vayuputra. Pavanaputra Hanuman ki jai. Pavanaputra. But we should know Pavana means wind god. In English, that is what we can say, wind god, air god. But he is not just the wind god or the air god of this world, air of this world, the wind of this world. He is the incarnation or the expansion or the son of the Vayu of the spiritual world. He is not the Vayu of this material world. That's first thing we should know. Many times we just consider him to be another demigod. But he is not just another demigod. He is a Parshada of Supreme Lord himself. He is the associate of the Lord. He is not just another demigod. Aur ek devata nahi. So Vayu, in the spiritual world also you have Vayu. And that Vayu in the spiritual world is known as Prana Vayu. In this material world, Vayu has is just air. It has got all the ingredients of different gases. But the spiritual world Vayu is Pavanaputra. He is Prana Vayu. Many times we say that the soul leaves the body, but what is being traditionally spoken? Nobody says iska Atma chala gaya. Nobody says it's the soul left the body. He says iska Prana chala gaya. He says his air, life airs have left. Now we know Srila Prabhupada talks about life airs, the 10 kinds of air, among which 5 are the most prominent. Among the 5, the most prominent air is known as Prana Vayu, which is the thing which sustains our life. Our life is sustained because of Prana Vayu. One thing is constantly going in our body. What is that? Breathing. Hands are there. Sometimes you use, sometimes you not use. Legs are there. Sometimes you use, sometimes you don't use legs. Isn't it? Eyes also, when you sleep, you're not using your eyes. When you're sleeping, your ears, though they are open, but they are not hearing. But there's one thing which is constantly going on. What is it? It's breathing. That is Vayu. So that's how Hanuman is constantly with you. So he is Vayu of Vaikuntha. So Vayu of Vaikuntha appeared as Hanuman, first incarnation, to serve Lord Ramachandra. And the same Vayu who came as Hanuman, he came as Bhima to serve Lord Krishna. And the same Hanuman and Bhima, they both, one personality only, they came in the age of Kali as Shripad-Madhvacharya. Shripad-Madhvacharya. And Shripad-Madhvacharya is the Acharya for our Sampradaya. When somebody asks you, what is your Sampradaya? What do you say? Brahma, Madhva, Gaudiya Sampradaya. So from Brahma, the knowledge comes to Narada, Narada to Vyasa, Vyasa to Madhvacharya. Now, going further, how Hanuman is a spiritual master, he is described in the Ramayana also. In the Ramayana, there is one kanda called Sundara Kanda. It's very famous. Like there are 7 kandas in Ramayana. Kanda means cantos. Like say Bhagavatam 12 cantos, skandas. Then in Ramayana it is known as kanda. So Balakanda, Ayodhya Kanda, then you have Aranya Kanda, Kishkinda Kanda, Sundara Kanda, Yuddha Kanda, and ultimately Uttara Kanda. So Sundara Kanda is very famous. In India, you go to during this time, Sundara Kanda ka part. Everybody chant Sundara Kanda. So now the question arises, why Sundara Kanda is called Sundara Kanda? Sundara means beautiful, beautiful Kanda. What is the reason? The reason is because of Hanuman. Now in the Upanishads, in the Vedas, Guru, the spiritual master, has been described as Sundara, has been mentioned as Sundara, one who is very beautiful. Why is he beautiful? Because he is endowed with spiritual knowledge. That is why he is beautiful. Not only is endowed with spiritual knowledge, but he has a compassion to distribute the spiritual knowledge and bring the conditioned soul and ask the Lord, please accept this person. So this was done by Hanuman in Sundarakanda. So Hanuman went all the way to Lanka, found Sita, and then made Sita unite with Lord Rama. So that is the job of a spiritual master. And that is why Sundarakanda is named as Sundarakanda because of Hanuman, because he acted as a spiritual master. Sita, she played the role of a conditioned soul. She showed that how when you are attracted by Maya, Ravana comes and catches you. You know Maya Mrida, Maricha came. Maricha came in the form of a deer. And that deer became very dear to Sita. Of course, she is acting on behalf of the conditioned soul. How the conditioned soul, though she was staying with Lord Rama next to her, in spite of that, she got attracted to what? The deer. So when she got attracted to the deer, what happened? Hanuman came, Ravana came. Ravana came in the form of a sannyasi. And then, who is the Ravana? Of course, though they are all factual stories and it can happen in space, but there is a philosophy behind it. There is a Vedanta behind it. That is how Ramayana is. They are not just some stories. Behind the stories, there is underlying great Vedantic values, philosophy behind it. That is why Valmiki, who wrote the Ramayana, has been compared to a wonderful cuckoo bird.
Kokila. So the kokila, the cuckoo bird, is singing so nicely. Ramayana is such a nice, wonderful story. But at the same time, Valmiki has been compared to a lion. Valmiki Nisimhasya Kavitavanacharinaha Shrunvan Ramakathanadam Konayanti Param Gatim. Who is that person who would listen to Ramayana and not go back home back to Godhead? That means anybody who listens to Ramayana will definitely go back home back to Godhead. So, Shrunvan Ramakathanadam Konayanti Parangatim Valmiki Munisimhasya. Valmiki has been compared to a simha. Simha means a lion. Why is he compared to a lion? Just now you compared him to a kokila, cuckoo bird. What a contrast. Immediately lion. Why? Because Ramayana has these two interesting aspects. One beautiful story like a cuckoo bird, and underlying that there is Vedantic aspects to it. So here also you'll find that how Hanuman is flying and then goes and meets Sita and all these things are described. But behind every pastime there is a Vedantic story, especially Hanuman has been regarded as a spiritual master. So Sundarakanda is called Sundarakanda. Even the first Kanda of Ramayana is known as Balakanda. Interestingly, there are no childhood pastimes of Lord Ramachandra. If you read the Valmiki Ramayana, as soon as these four are born, who are they? Rama, Lakshmana, Bharata and Shatrughna. Immediately, after few verses of describing Lakshmana's affection for Rama and Shatrughna's affection for Bharata, now Dasharatha is thinking of getting them married. Just see, there is no description of childhood pastimes of Lord Ramachandra in the Valmiki Ramayana. Of course, there is one Adbhuta Ramayana in which there are a lot of descriptions of Lord Ramachandra's pastimes, childhood pastimes. But then why it is called Balakanda? Bala refers to a spiritual master. Bala means a boy. Hey, how can you compare a spiritual master to a small boy? Yes, because the nature of the spiritual master is that of a small boy. Like Balaka. What is that nature? The child or a small boy has two very interesting nature. One is what? He is maybe very great. He is the son of a billionaire. But still, he never identifies himself that I am a billionaire. How? Sometimes it may so happen, there is a very big real estate person, a builder, real estate builder, is have big construction going on. And one day he comes with his family in a big car. I don't know what is the most expensive car here, limousine or something like that. He would come. And then he would take care of some work for a few minutes. By the time he gets into the car, he finds a small boy. He's not there in the car. He goes and searches where is the small boy. Then he sees that his son is playing with the children of the laborers. His mother goes and says, hey, what are you doing? Why are you playing with them? They are laborers. But the child doesn't think that he's a rich man. So even though he's a rich person, but the child doesn't identify himself that is so great. His nature is like that. That is the nature of the spiritual master. Number two, the second nature of a small child, what it is? In the house, there are so many problems. Financial problem, family problem, so many problem, isn't it? Now, one person told, Prabhuji, in my family, there are so many problems. Why you have to tell like that? You just say, I am a family, that's enough. You don't have to say, I have family. In my family, there are a lot of problems. One word is enough. Because they are not different from each other. Just say I have a family, that's enough. Isn't it? Why say I have a lot of problems and all? So discussion is going on. There are some bills to pay, there are property disputes, all these things are brought. People are discussing very seriously for hours and hours. And this small boy is playing. He is not bothered how much property he is going to get or not going to get, what's happening, who is cheating, who is not cheating. He's not at all bothered about. He is happily playing around. The same way this world is full of problems, but till the spiritual master is happy. When anything happens, he is happy. He is beyond this world. So that is why the spiritual master, he has the nature of a Bala. That is why the first Kanda of Ramayana is known as Balakanda. Now you see, even Hanuman, when he was in childhood, what all he used to do? All mischievous things. So many mischievous things you cannot even imagine the kind of mischievous activities which Hanuman used to do. So when you see a mischievous boy, mischievous girl who is a child, then you should understand he's very intelligent. Anyhow, I'm still the hangover of the children once in the morning. When you find some mischievous thing, that means that they have a lot of energy, number one. Number two, they're very intelligent. So that's what is to be identified. Now the sages were totally fed up with Hanuman because he used to do so much of naughty things. One day the sage got up early in the morning and he wanted to go. You have to pass outside. It is not that everybody has attached bath and toilet. That is a new concept. Vedic concept. In our house in the village, bathroom toilet was quite far from the room where we used to stay. So he had to go out. When he came out, he opened the door and he saw there was a lion and an elephant, and they were not going because the tail of the elephant was tied to the tail of the lion. And just imagine you have elephant and a lion in front of your door and they are not going because the lion cannot go, the elephant cannot go. And now this sage is thinking what to do. Then he saw who has done this thing. Somebody has to tie, isn't it? They don't automatically come and get tied up. Then he saw in the window this monkey was there and they're smiling. The sage became very angry and then told, "You are so naughty, so I am going to curse you." Of course, no curses can affect Hanuman. That was the benediction Hanuman got. Nobody can curse him. And a lot of benedictions are there. I'll list out the benedictions of Hanuman. Now, this happened that you will forget all your powers. So then Hanuman went and pleaded and told, yeah, definitely your powers are going to be reminded by one great personality. So who is that personality? Jamban. So in this way, everybody is actually Hanuman. Every child, everyone is a Hanuman. We require one Jamban to remind that Hanuman's powers. So like that, there are so many pastimes in Ramayana, but every pastime has underlying story behind it. So coming back to our discussion of Hanuman being our spiritual master, you may say, okay, Madhvacharya is Hanuman, I accept. But what is the pramana for it? There are so many pramanas for it, there are so many proofs for it, but I'll tell you a small story from the Madhva Sampradaya, from Sumadh Vijaya, because it talks about the glory of Madhvacharya. There is one disciple of Madhvacharya, his name is Trivikram Pandita Acharya. One day Sripad Madhvacharya was giving pravachan, and all of a sudden tears started rolling through his eyes, and out of great sentiment and emotion he went inside the altar and he was worshipping the deities of Krishna. And what happened? 45 minutes, 1 hour passed, but he is not coming out. Among many disciples, nobody could dare to go and see what's happening inside, but this disciple, Trivikramandita Acharya, he went and then opened the curtain and saw, and he was shocked. Then he saw Hanuman worshipping Rama, Bhima worshipping Krishna, and he saw Madhvacharya worshipping Vyasa. 3 incarnations of Vayu and 3 incarnations of Supreme Lord. Simultaneously he saw. Then he started chanting few shlokas. Spontaneously it came out from his heart. 41 shlokas, verses were chanted by him. It was so wonderful, so powerful verses. Madhvacharya, when he came out, he said that I composed these 41 verses in glorification of you, all the 3 personalities, Hanuman, Bhima and Madhva. How Hanuman worships Lord Rama, how Bhima worships Krishna, and how Madhvacharya worships Vyasadeva. I have composed this thing. Then Madhvacharya was very much pleased. At the same time he told Madhvacharya that you have composed the glorification of the spiritual master, but one thing, you cannot glorify the spiritual master independent of Krishna. And you cannot glorify Krishna independent of the spiritual master. So Madhvacharya composed 2 verses glorifying Narasimha. And then he gave this Narasimha, 2 verses of Narasimha. And then he told, everybody should chant. Everybody who is belonging to the Madhva Sampradaya should chant these 41 plus these 2 verses, 43 verses. Madhvacharya chanted this Narasimha prayers, Pantasman Puruhuta Vairi Palavan Matanga Madhyat Khata Kumbhochadri Patana Dikaput Pratek Vajraita Srimad Kantira Vasya Pratata Sunakarada Arita Rati Dura Pradvastadvanta Shanta Parutamanasa Bhavita Bhuri Bhagai Lakshmi Kanta Samantato Vikalayanna Veshituste Samam Pashyamuttomastu Dura Tarato Pastam Raso Yoshtamaha Yadrojotkara Dakshanetra Kudila Pranto Tidagnisprat Kadyotopa Vasita Brahmesh Krotkara. This is Madhvacharya's composition. 2 verses for Narasimha. And not only 2 verses of Narasimha, after that, this Vayustuti means a glorification of Hanuman, Bhima and Madhva. There are 41 verses, very beautiful verses. And anybody who is a follower of the Madhva Sampradaya, they chant these 41 verses. And it is considered that by chanting these 41 verses, you have chanted the entire Veda. This is known as Hari Vayu Stuti, very powerful. Srimad Vishnangri Nishtadi Gunagurutama Srimadananda Tirtha. In this way it goes on. Shraddhari Chanda, very beautiful Chanda. So this is how we have the pramana, the proof that Hanuma, Madhva, Bhima. Hanuman and Bhima and Madhvacharya, they are one personality. Now somebody may say that you are saying Hanuman is Madhvacharya, but we are Gaudiyas, isn't it? We are Gaudiyas. What we have got to do with Madhvacharya? And there is a sampradaya within the Gaudiya. They say we have no connection with Madhva. We don't have no connection with Madhva. We don't have any connection with Hanuman because we are Gaudiyas. But that is not the opinion of Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur. Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Thakur, he worshipped Madhvacharya and all the four acharyas in Gaudiya-Madhva. We have this Chaitanya Mat in Navadvip. Not only that, the Bhajan Kutir of Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur in Jagannath Puri, which is known as Purushottam Gaudiya-Madhva now, if you go and see, have darshan of Bhakti Thakur, there is a Madhvacharya's deity which he was worshipping. More interestingly, I will give some facts which are very revealing, very, very interesting. In the Chaitanya Charitamrita, in the commentary, Srila Prabhupada, basically Prabhupada in one sense translated the commentary of Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Thakur, the Bengali commentary, into English. So there Srila Prabhupada says that we are called Gaudiya because one of the names of Madhvacharya is Gauda Purnananda. Yeah. If you see, we are called Gaudiyas because we are from the Gauda Desha. North India was divided into 5 Gaudas, Pancha Gauda. But that is only geographical identification. But if you want to really see the Acharya Sambandha, one of the names of Madhvacharya is what? Gauda Purnananda, and that is why we are called Gaudiyas. Very interesting. Okay, forget about that. You go further. In the Bhagavatam, you have 3 verses. Of course, there are many verses which talk about Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, but 3 verses specifically talk about Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in the 11th canto, 5th chapter, 32, 33, 34. We know these 3 verses, especially the 32nd verse is known. Krishna Varanam Tisha Krishtam Sangopangastra Parshadam Yagnehi Sankirtana Prayir Jantihi Sumedashaha. That verse is known. Then comes Dheyam Sada Paribhavgnam Vishtadoham Tirthaspadam Shivrininchirtam Sharanyam Vrityartyam Pranatapana Bhavatipotam Vande Mahapurushatei Charanavindam. So this verse is specifically talking about Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And there in this verse is one word which says Tirthaspadam. Now what is the meaning of Tirthaspadam? That means at the lotus feet of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, all the tirthas are there, all the holy places are there. That means one who takes shelter of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's lotus feet, that means it is to be understood that he has gone to all the holy places. You don't have to go anywhere else. Tirthaspadam. And Tirtha, in that commentary, Prabhupada's disciples, they write that people in South America may not be able to go to Mayapur, Vrindavan, Jagannath Puri, but if they take shelter of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's lotus feet, it is as good as taking shelter of going to all the holy places, because it was translated by Hridayananda Maharaj, and he preaches in South America. Very interesting, what a connection. And now there he gives a note, a special note, and then says the commentary by Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur on this verse, specifically on this word Tirthaspadam, what Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Thakur says, when Krishna comes and takes shelter of Madhvacharya, when Krishna appears as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and takes shelter of Madhvacharya. Where is Madhvacharya here? Because one of the names of Madhvacharya is Ananda Tirtha. So Tirthas Padam. Padam means feet. Tirtha here refers to Ananda Tirtha. When Krishna takes shelter of Ananda Tirtha, he becomes what? Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He is Chaitanya. So just see, today is Hanuman Jayanti and Hanuman is Madhva, and how much we are connected to Hanuman and Madhva. That is a very interesting connection. That is why knowing about Hanuman, worshipping Hanuman is a very important thing. Many, of course, Hanuman came as Murari Gupta in the pastimes of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. We know the pastimes of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in Hanuman, Murari Gupta. And not only that, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu told Madhvacharya, when I say Madhvacharya, remember Hanuman now, that when I come, I'll take initiation in your line. Why? Because you have refuted Mayavad philosophy. So Hanuman, he killed the demons. Bhima killed the demons. But Madhvacharya, same Hanuman came as Madhvacharya, and what did he do? He killed the demonic mentality, that is the Mayavad, by his commentary. And Srila Prabhupada, he quotes extensively from the Madhva commentaries to defeat Mayavad philosophy, because the way Mayavad philosophy is destroyed by Madhvacharya, no other Acharya has done the way Madhvacharya has done. So most of the Gaudiya Vaishnavas, they take the commentaries of Madhvacharya and then refute the Mayavad philosophy. So we'll come to Hanuman pastime, because first we have to establish. Because many in the West, when we talk of Hanuman, especially within the Gaudiya Vaishnavas, say, what we have got to do with it? We have nothing to do with Hanuman. But we have everything to do with Hanuman. Especially every activity, every action in this world, whatever we perform, it is performed because of Hanuman, because of prana. No prana, no actions. That is why for any karya siddhi, we require to take shelter of Hanuman. So Hanuman is actually, in one sense, the empowered potency of the Supreme Lord for any action in this world. So we find this in the prayers of Dhruva Maharaj also. In the prayers of Dhruva Maharaj, when Lord appeared in front of Dhruva, Dhruva Maharaj had a great desire. What was the desire? To glorify. But he was not trained. Even Upanayana has not happened for him. From the Kshatriya family, he had no composition of nice words to glorify. He was just stunned. But he had a great desire to glorify. Now, Krishna, what did he do? He took the conch and then touched the cheeks of Dhruva. As soon as he touched, he started glorifying. So, in that glorification, Dhruva Maharaj, he clearly says, what does he say? That Yonta parvishyamam vachimam prasuptam sanjeeva yat akila shakti taraswadhamna pranam namo bhagavate purushaya tubhyam. There he uses the word pranan namaha. Who is that prana? So prana is one of the names of Krishna, and also it can refer to Hanuman himself. He says that my jivha, what has happened? Mama vacham imam prasuptam. My words, the capacity to speak is prasupta, is now dead. But now you antapravishya, you entered my speech. And then you started making me glorify. I am able to speak, O Lord, because you have entered into it. How did Krishna enter into Dhruva's senses? He entered through Hanuman. In the form of Hanuman he entered. So that's how we understand pranam namo bhagavate purushaya anyam cha, even not only hasta charanam sharanattvagadi, not only jiva, all the senses, every action we are actually, the senses are doing, it is because of Hanuman. So one should feel the presence of Hanuman in every action. Every time we chant in Hare Krishna Mahamantra, who's making us chant? It is Hanuman who is making us chant. Every time I put my foot at one foot ahead, it is Hanuman who is making me do that. So this is the realization of Hanuman in our every action of our life. So he is not just one demigod, servant of Ram. No. He is there with us in every action. That realization has to happen. So anyhow, today is Hanuman Jayanti. So it is always good to worship Hanuman, glorify Hanuman. There are certain pranam mantras of Hanuman. Those of you who would know this thing, you chant after me. Otherwise, just hear, it will be nice. Otherwise, try to chant after me. And I sent it to you. भेजा है, सबको भेज दिया है ना? ठीक है, नहीं भेजा तो भी चल जाएगा, no problem. So please chant after me. This is the pranam mantras of Hanuman. They are very famous pranam mantras of Hanuman. There are about 6 of them, but still it is good to chant them. It may be first time those who are hearing these mantras of Hanuman, they may feel, hey, what is this? But still it is good to know that they are pranam mantras of Hanuman. And anybody who would like to get Karya Siddhi, means a perfection in their action, then it is good to chant and then you go ahead. Then you will definitely achieve success. That's how right from our childhood we are trained. Any problem, go to Hanuman. That's our this thing. Anyone to serve, for service, go to Krishna. But to serve, you require potency, you require power. Who will give that power? That power is given by Hanuman, or spiritual master. Please chant after me. Goshpadi Kritavarashim Masaki Kritarakshasam Ramayanam Mahamala Ratnam Vande Nilatmajam. So just see, I'll just explain the pranam mantras. That is the subject matter today. Goshpadi Krita Varashim Masaki Krita Rakshasam. Masaki Krita, Masaka, Mashika means machar, mosquito. So from this word mosquito comes the word Mexico. In the Vedic literatures, in the Puranas, Mexico is known as a Masika Pradesha. Masika Pradesha, yes. And that is where Mayadanava came and settled. Of course, it's geography, spiritual geography. I will not get into the subject now because we have to talk more about Hanuman. And in Mexico, if you go to Google, you'll find there is a huge deity of Hanuman even till today. There is a huge deity of Hanuman. And what to speak of that? There is one in South America, there is one place called Cusco. I've been there. There also there is a temple of monkey god. It is actually pre-Inca civilization. That means they are all worshipping Hanuman. In America also people used to worship Hanuman. He's not a new personality here. So, Masaki Krita Rakshasam. So, how you kill a machar? Just put that over. So, Hanuman used to kill the demons like a mosquito. Like sometimes in our, when you have to depict a picture, you depict a picture as if Narasimha is there and Hiranyakashipu is lying on his lap and then he's putting the nails and then tearing. But the Puranas describe Narasimha, in front of Narasimha, Hiranyakashipu was like a mosquito. But if you just put a mosquito, then very difficult to explain the power of Narasimha, isn't it? That is why you put a full body of Hiranyakashipu and then try to show that Narasimha is so great. But actually he was like a mosquito. The same way in front of Hanuman, these people are mosquitoes. Hanuman killing the demons, but he used to take about 10,000 of the demons and then put in the mouth and chew and then throw. That's how he used to do it. That's the fight of Hanuman. There's nothing like you take a astra and then put and chant some mantra. That Lord Rama used to do. So that is not... When Lord Rama along with all his party, when they arrived, then what happened? All of a sudden, they arrived in Lanka. All of a sudden you find that Sugriva is not there. Then Lord Rama is looking and saying, where is Sugriva? And he came after some time. Then Lord Rama asked Sugriva, where did you go? Then Sugriva told, I went. I saw, because Vibhishana was describing, there's a 10-story building on top of the penthouse. That is where Ravana would stay. As soon as I heard, and I thought of Ravana, this Ravana kidnapped your wife Sita. Then I thought I should teach him a lesson. Now Sugriva went there, flew there. And then he became a small, like insect, like monkey, and went, sat on Ravana's shoulder. And that time Ravana was getting the makeup done. Isn't it? Then when the makeup was getting done, he was sitting there and spitting on the face. He got a special makeup. Then Ravana said, hey, what is this happening? Then Sugriva told all these things that I just could not tolerate. I spat on his face and came. Then Lord Rama told, you see, this is not the way. Then Sugriva told, that is not the way for you because you are doing Nara. We are Vanaras, we can do anything. We have no systems, we can do anything. So Hanuman has no system, isn't it? He was sent as a Duta, just to go and talk to Ravana and come back. But he's not enough. He'll go burn Lanka and come. Isn't it? Just see, when the tail was put to burning, Mother Sita, she prayed that, oh Agni Deva, please don't hurt Hanuman's tail. And Hanuman, the whole fire is burning. Hanuman was feeling as if it is very cool. Then he thought, it's a nice time for me to go around. He went around here and there, and then somebody would ask, hey, what are you doing? He said, I am a monkey. I jump from one tree to other tree. The fire is doing its job. I am doing my job. Isn't it? I don't know. You put the fire. Did I say you put? You should put the fire. You told you put the fire. You did your job. I am doing my job. Isn't it? That's what Hanuman do. So after doing Hanuman's activities are like this. Very naughty. Even his naughtiness was continued all the way right from his birth. Even after Ayodhya, Lord Ramachandra went, his pastimes are full of comedy, and that is why he becomes a hero. And this is what we are supposed to teach children, because every child, even everybody, requires a hero. The hero worship is by default in everyone, especially children. So when you tell these stories to the children, and then when Hanuman becomes the hero, then Harry Potter and all these people become zero, isn't it? So if you don't tell these pastimes to the children, then what happens? Then gone. They become somebody, make somebody else as the hero, and then they become somebody else. So these are the pastimes which are there, especially Hanuman. Who doesn't like to hear Hirogiri, isn't it? Everybody likes to. So these are the pastimes which are to be presented. When you have somebody as a hero and you worship them 24 hours a day, think of them, just imagine how much purification can happen. So this Hanuman is going and then killing so many demons. Then what happened? The news came that Jambumali has died. And Hanuman is there, and he has destroyed the entire Ashokavana, the forest of Ashoka trees, which was so beautiful, very dear to Ravana. Ravana sent 10,000 soldiers. Then Hanuman is standing on the gate of the arch of the Ashokavana. And there these 10,000 soldiers come and see Hanuman, and they say, hey, who are you? There comes the very wonderful verse. So please chant this verse after me, where Hanuman, he introduces himself as what? It is said that if you are going to do some work and to get success in that work, if you chant this Jaya Mantra by Hanuman, this is called Jaya Mantra. Anybody chants this mantra of Hanuman, how he introduced himself to those demons. So it's a very simple mantra. I have not given it, but still you can chant. Please chant after me, where Hanuman is saying, when he was asked, who are you? Then Hanuman chanted this mantra. Please chant after me. Dasoham kaushalendrasya. Dasoham kaushalendrasya. Ramasya klishta karmanaha. Ramasya klishta karmanaha. Hanuman Shatru Saidnyanam. Hanuman Shatru Saidnyanam. Nihanta Marutatmaja. How he introduced himself is Dasoham Kaushalendrasya. Who am I? Servant of Lord Rama. Dasoham Kaushalendrasya. And who is that Rama? Ramasya Aklishta Karmanaha. For Lord Rama, there is no work which is difficult. There is no work which is impossible for him. So this verse reminds of how no work is impossible for Rama. No work is impossible for Rama. Every work can be accomplished by him very easily. So in the same way, when you remember Rama as glorified by Hanuman, no work is impossible for you. Ramasya Krishta Karmanaha. Every work will be accomplished by remembering Hanuman. Tasoham Kaushalendasya Ramasya Krishta Karmanaha. Then he says, I am Hanuman. Like when somebody asks you, who are you? I am Mr. Smith. I am this. I am this. No. What you should say? You should always say that I am servant. I am servant. I am servant of my spiritual master. I am servant of Krishna. Hanuman, Shatrusainyānām Nihantā Marutātmaja. Then he introduces himself as the son of wind god, that is Marutātmaja. Shatrusainyānām Nihantā. And he also told, I come here to defeat the destroy the Shatrus. So this is how Hanuman destroyed the Shatrus, and this Pranam mantra talks about how Ramayanam Mahamala Rattam Mandinilatmajam. Now, very interesting, this Pranam mantra is coined in such a nice way. Just see, Ramayanam Mahamala. Ramayana has been compared to a garland. Like you see this garland, Ramayanam is Mahamala. And where is Hanuman? Like if you have a necklace, golden necklace, in the middle, what is there? The pendant. There you have a Ratna. What do you say Ratna in English? A jewel. Jewel is there. So Hanuman is the jewel in Ramayana, which combines two parts of Ramayana. Where does Rama appear? Hanuman appear? In the Kishkinda Kanda. And where is Kishkinda Kanda? After Bala Kanda, you have Ayodhya Kanda, then you have Aranya Kanda. And then the fourth Kanda, what it is? Kishkinda Kanda. After that, there are three more Kandas. What are they? Sundara Kanda, Yuddha Kanda, and Uttara Kanda. So the fourth Kanda is the middle, the center. And that is where Hanuman appears. That is why it is explained that Ramayanam Mahamala Rattam. Ramayanam Mahamala Ratnam. If the whole Ramayana is a golden chain, in that entire Ramayana, if you remove the Ratna, in that necklace, if you remove the Ratna, what happens? The necklace will become two parts. Who has combined the two parts of Ramayana? It is Hanuman who has combined, and he is a Ratna. If there is no Hanuman, there is no Ramayana. Because Sita cannot meet Rama. In no way. Sita will be crying and Rama will also be crying. That's all. And they will never meet. The story never ends. The love story never ends. Isn't it? That is why he is known as the Ghataka Purusha. Sri Vaishnava Sampradaya, they say he is the Ghataka. Ghataka means one who makes Sita meet Lord Ramachandra. And that is the work of the spiritual master. One who takes the living entity and then makes him connect to the Supreme Lord. It is not that the living entity can go to the Supreme Lord by their sadhana. It is impossible. By your sadhana, the Lord cries. Mother Sita, what did she do? As a conditioned soul, representing a conditioned soul, what was she doing in Lanka? Only two things Mother Sita did. What did she do? Number one, constantly cry in separation from Lord Rama. That is what she was doing, crying and crying and crying and crying. And when Ravana came, and Ravana, what did he do to Sita? He knew he cannot force anybody to become his wife because his head will break into 10,000 pieces. That was the thing. Curse. He cannot force. That much was there. He can only capture Sita, but he cannot force her to get married. So Ravana every day used to come and then tell Sita, you see, I am going to make you my queen. I will make Mandodari your servant. I will make you the queen of the entire world. Everybody will come, even Indra, Chandra, all the demigods will come and worship you. He was giving pralobhana. He was giving so many allurements. Pralobhana means allurements. Oh, he was alluring Sita. But Sita neglected those allurements given by Ravana. And who is that Ravana? Our mind. Our mind gives us so many allurements to that. Oh, do this, eat this, see that, why don't you do this? And Sita taught us what? Reject all those allurements given by the mind. Just have to do only two things. To make Krishna come to you, you just have to do only two things. Give up the allurements given by the mind, number one. Number two, cry. That's all. That is what Sita did. And not only, very interesting part is, to the extent Sita Devi was crying, more than that Lord Rama was crying for her. Just see. That's called Ramayana. So that is how you attract the attention of Lord. When you cry for the Lord, Lord cries for you. And in spite of both their cries, they cannot meet until Hanuman is there. That is the whole story of Ramayana. That is why Ramayanam Mahamala-rattam Vande Nilatmajam. Mahamala-ratnam. When you think of Hanuman, though you may have hero, heroine, villain, all these things are there, but understand the director of Ramayana is Hanuman. He is not seen, but he is the director. Everything in Ramayana happened because of Hanuman, and this is the conclusion of our acharyas. How? By this particular one verse. He is Ramayana Mahamana-rattam Vande Nilatmajam. Now let us go to the further verse. Please. It's a very beautiful verse. Anjananandanam Veeram. Anjananandanam Veeram. Janaki Shokanashanam. Janaki Shokanashanam. Kabisham Akshahantaram. Kabisham Akshahantaram. Vande Lanka Bhayankaram. Vande Lanka Bhayankaram. Anjananandanam Veeram. Janaki Shokanashanam. So the moment you have Shoka means lamentation, think of Hanuman, that's all. So Janaki Shoka, what's her Shoka? Lamentation, separation from Lord Ramachandra. So Hanuman went and then introduced himself. Even Janaki herself doubted Hanuman. But the moment she saw that Hanuman is taking the name of Rama, then he should be a devotee of Rama. She believed. Otherwise, he thought that Ravana has come in the form of a monkey. But Ravana would not take the name of Rama so much. So then thought, okay, he's a real devotee. Then afterwards, of course, he showed the ornaments and Chudamani was given. The whole story in Sundarakanda goes, Janaki Shokanashanam. So who in this world is not having Shoka? Everybody is having Shoka. Everybody is having some lamentation. Just remember Hanuman. Then all the Shokas are gone. As much as Sita's lamentation was driven away by Hanuman. In the same way, our lamentation will be driven away by remembrance of Hanuman. And he is Anjana Nandanam. Anjana Nandanam means as the son of Anjana. Anjani Suta. Pavanaputra. Anjani Suta. Now, of course, a big story about Anjani Devi. Who is she? She was a demigoddess and she was cursed and she had to take the form, get married to Kesari. So, though Hanuman is Kesari Nandan, but still Hanuman appeared not for Kesari, he appeared for whom? Appeared for Anjani Devi. So, Anjani, Anjananandanam Devam. Now, there is a lot of discussion about the birthplace of Hanuman. Lot of discussion. Many people talk about many places. Interestingly, our research of the Sri Vaishnava Acharyas, it is says that the birthplace of Hanuman is, anybody can guess? What is the birthplace of Hanuman? Many people say it is Hampi, Kishkinda. No. Even some people talk about it also. Is the birthplace of Hanuman. The actual birthplace of Hanuman is Gokarna. If you go to coastal India, in the west coast of India, most of you must have heard this place called Goa. That is more famous, unfortunately, what to do. Of course, Goa is Gomanta Kshetra. It is also a very great Kshetra. But it is become more famous for its beaches, and Westerners go there and then they want to take a walk. But near Goa, just to the southern side of Goa, about few kilometers, there is one place called Gokarna. Lord Shiva is there, and that Shivalinga was pratishtha by Ravana pratishtha linga. You know, Ravana, he broke that one linga. You must have heard the story. That is that linga there. So that is a place where there is a mountain where Hanuman was born. Anjani Devi was there. And then later on, he got shifted to Kishkinda on the orders of whom? On the orders of Surya. Because Surya Deva, that is sun god, he taught Hanuman Vedic literatures. Surya has a mobile university. Mobile university, walking university. That is how it should be. See, this classroom system is not our system. Now tell me, Krishna went to Gurukul, 64 days, 64 arts he learnt. Did Sandipani Muni have any classroom? No classroom. The whole world is a classroom. Sky is the roof. You learn from the tree, you learn from the cow, you learn from Mother Earth. Dattatreya, where did he learn from? 24 gurus he had. Everything is in Prakriti. You can learn. But the moment you build a classroom, and all education stops. And because I'll give the proof for it. I'll not say anything just out of the sky. I'll give the proof for it. Why? Because they built the classroom and they saw that the children are not studying, neither teachers are teaching properly. Then they thought their brains have become dull and not so smart. So what we'll do, because the teachers are not smart, neither the students are smart, let us make this classroom smart. So in India we have very heavy competition for advertising about the schools. So there was a big hoarding board saying that we have specialized smart classrooms. So the whole purpose of a school is to talk about your teachers. Anyhow, you cannot talk about your teachers because they are not so smart. And so much for your children. So let us make the classroom smart, isn't it? Smart classroom. So let's have it. But that is not the way. Children learn actually outside the classroom. The moment you bring them into the classroom, that becomes a pressure cooker. I'll tell you how it is. I don't know if this happens in these schools or not. But in India, if you go to any school, anywhere, any part of India, you just stand on the top, on the terrace or some balcony, and you see the ground floor. When the bell rings, school gets over, the bell rings, the children, they come out. The way they come out, it is like the steam coming from a pressure cooker. So what does that mean? The classroom is it's a pressure cooker. You made a pressure cooker out of it. And they're just waiting to get out, what they'll study. And the teacher is also waiting when the bell is going to ring. Earlier the students used to wait. Now the teacher is also waiting. When we had to get out of this place now. It's a pressure cooker. So anyhow, we were discussing, I don't know, I lost mine. Yeah, Surya. Surya is a mobile university. So Surya is driving, he has got these 7 horses. These 7 horses, this movement of the 7 horses are the original 7 Vedic chandas. The Gayatri Chanda, Trishuk Chanda, all these chandas, 7 majors and the primary chandas, they are the movement of the horses. So Surya told, Hanuman went and made obeisance. Surya, he told, you promised me that you are going to teach me Veda. Then Surya thought, how can I teach this Veda to a monkey? But he told, okay, can you concentrate? Then he told, I can do anything. Then Surya told, you stand in front of me. And the horse will be going like this. Hanuman stood in front of Surya and he has to walk backwards and learn. So Suryadeva was constantly speaking Veda, and Hanuman would walk backwards and then hear from Surya. So then Hanuman came and told Surya that what should I do for you? Guru Dakshina I had to give. I learned so many things from you. Veda I learned. I had to give some Guru Dakshina. Then Suryadeva told that, you see, my son is in big trouble. Who is the Surya's son? Sugriva. Sugriva is in big trouble. So you should go and help. See, very interesting. Sugriva is the son of Surya. Vali is the son of Indra. Vali is the son of Indra. I'll tell the story how they were born. It's not very palatable story, but what to do? But you have to hear that story. Because the Purana says, if you hear this story, you will develop distaste for going to demigod's planet. You will develop distaste to go to demigod's planet, isn't it? So I'll tell the story anyhow. So we know there is one Rishi. He saw one very young, beautiful lady. She was carrying in the basket her husband, who was an old man with leprosy. And by Divya Drishti, by his vision, he could not know that this old man had a desire to associate with a prostitute. And this lady, his wife, is very chaste. Follow the husband, that is chastity. Fulfill the desire of the husband. So she was carrying, just imagine, wife carrying an old man with leprosy in the basket on top of her head so that he can associate, go to a prostitute. Then the Muni got very disturbed. What kind of person is he? Just see how chaste she is, and that kind of husband. Such kind of husband should not exist. He cursed. By the time the sun would rise, the Muni, that husband would die. When she came to know about it, Arey, how can I tolerate my husband dying in front of me? How can I be pativrata? So she told, only when the sun rises, my husband will die, na? So sun will not rise. Just see the power of pativratya, the power of chastity. Power of chastity is more powerful than power of brahmacharya. You have a brahmachari, you have a chaste woman, she is more powerful. Yeah, Mahabharata talks about many stories like that. Vishwamitra, perfect brahmachari, great rishi. But he was sitting under one tree and doing Gayatri. Cow pastool. He looked at the cow with very fearful eyes. The cow got burnt. And now he came, Bhikshandehi, Bhikshandehi. That is what rishi can do. He went in front of one house and was asking, Bhikshandehi. The lady in the house, she told Vishwamitra, who was outside the house near the gate, wait for some time, I am coming. He waited for some time, she did not come. Again told Bhikshandehi, give charity. Then he told, wait for some time, I am coming. And after 3 times became very angry, and by the time she came with the food. And with great anger, Vishwamitra looked at her. And this lady told, I am not the crow. Then he got shocked. How did she come to know about this story? Just now happened. Just about half an hour back it happened. And now he was shocked. Then she told, see, I am serving my husband. I was serving my husband, and that is my duty. That is my prime duty. You cannot wait for some time. Then Vishwamitra understood, my anger burned the crow, not her, because of her chastity. So like that, so many things are there. So here, she just by telling, sun will not rise, the sun stopped. It was going, the sun was going, sun stopped. Time stopped, just imagine. Sun movement of the sun is time. We know the verse from Rama Samhita. What is that verse? Chakshuresha sakalagrahanam raja samasta murtya sesha teja yasyagnya brahmati samruta kalachakru. So now the time rotation stopped. Just imagine. So then everybody got confused what to do. So now the charioteer of Indra, of Surya, Aruna, his name is Aruna. that is called Arunodai. He told Surya, you see, I got a break, isn't it? I heard a lot about Indraloka. I want to go and see. Then, okay, by the time my chariot gets ready, vehicle breakdown has happened, you go and come. So he went, he was going inside the Indraloka, but people stopped, hey, who are you? You cannot go inside. Then he saw that everybody is going, and especially when beautiful apsaras are all going, and nobody is stopping them, they are stopping me, what is this? So then Aruna, he thought, I think going to Indraloka, Indrasabha, women are not checked. They have free entry. So let me take the form of a woman. So Aruna became Aruni. Aruna became Aruni. So when Aruna became Aruni, then nobody stopped him because so effulgent, so beautiful. Then Indra was sitting on the throne and he knows everyone there, but he saw one new girl has come. Then he got attracted. He just went and caught hold of her. Caught her and gave conception to her. Then he told, I am not Aruni, I am Aruna. I don't know what it may be. Then what to do? So then Vali was born. That's how it happened. So he came back. By the time the Brahma did all the mediation and then told, no, your husband will not die, no problem, the son can start. So he came back, Aruna came back. And he was about to get into the chariot. Then Surya asked, what was your experience in? What was your experience in the Loka? Then he told, horrible, don't. Oh, then I have to hear about it. If you tell it was okay, no problem, why you should say? Then he told the story. Hey, Surya told, is it so? I want to see the form. No. One time it's enough. Then he told, I am your boss, you should listen to me. Then boss told, he has to order, his order is there. So he took the form of, just imagine, the raising sun is called Aruna, so effulgent. Just imagine that takes a form of a beautiful girl, how beautiful it would be. So then he took the form of Aruni. He took the form of Aruni, then Surya got completely agitated. He gave a conception. Sugriva was born. Now, interestingly, why this Purana says, anybody who listens to this story, the moment they hear heaven, they spit at it. If they get a bit disgusted about it, even because the Puranas and other talks about the glory of heaven, isn't it? So in spite of that glory, don't get attracted. That is such a horrible place. I generally tell you, those in India who want to go to America about America. Couple of days back, somebody called me. One Mataji called me and told, Prabhuji, how is America? These very beautiful pictures are there. Then I told, see, everything is so wonderful, but you don't get a maid servant here. हम नहीं आएंगे, Prabhuji will not come. So here I told everybody is a poor billionaire. Very poor. Ultimately, at the end of the day, washing pots. Some Hanuman Avesha, so I'm just getting these stories. Very interesting. You have son of Surya is Sugriva, son of Indra is, and why Rama killed Vali? Because Vali is the personification of enjoyment. Indra is enjoyment and Vali is enjoyment, so enjoyment has to be killed. And who has to be protected? Surya is jnana. Surya is a pratika for synonym for knowledge. So knowledge has to be protected. This is the Vedanta behind it. I'm just telling because all these stories are there. Behind every story there is a philosophy. Now going further, in Mahabharata what happened? Arjuna, who is he? Whose son? Indra. And Karna is? Who died? Who was killed? Karna. Surya's son was killed in Mahabharata, whereas Surya's son was protected in Ramayana. Why is it so? Why is it so? Because in Mahabharata, Karna, in spite of he being the son of Surya, he had so much of knowledge, but he had Duryodhana as his friend. Even though you may be very knowledgeable, great scholar, but if you have Asatsanga, then you become a Vaishnava. So that's how these Mahabharata, the Ramayana, in a story format, they convey great Vedantic meanings, moral values, religious values, everything is covered. That's how these rishis, Valmiki and Rishi Vyasa, they have done so much of upakara for us. So now Surya went and told Hanuman that you should go to Kishkinda and protect Vali. So now going further, we have Anjaranandam Veeram Janaki Shoganashanam Kabisham Akshantaram Vande Lanka Bhayankaram. Kabisham Akshantaram, many soldiers were killed by Hanuman. Vande Lanka Bhayankaram. Ullanga Sindho Salilam Salilam Yashokavahanim Janakatmajaya Adayatenaiva Dadahalankam Namamitam Pranjalilanjaneyam. Ullanga Sindho Salilam Salilam Yashokavahanim Janakatmajaya Yashokavahanim Janakatmajaya. So Janaki, the daughter of Janaka Maharaj, Sita, Shokavahanim, she was completely burning in shoka, in lamentation. What did he do? He crossed over the ocean. So Hanuman crossing over the ocean itself is another lecture altogether. Who all Mainak Parvat came and the Demonis came, and he had to do so many things. Adaya Tenaiva Dadah Lankam, he burned the Lanka. Namamitam Pranjalilanjaneyam, I pay my obeisances to Anjaneya, who has done this wonderful work of burning the Lanka. What is this burning Lanka? Lanka is the body and Ravana is the mind. And what does Hanuman do? He burns the body. Burns means the body is the result of your prarabdha karmas. So anybody who takes shelter of Hanuman, the spiritual master, the first thing what he does is to burn the Lanka, burn the prarabdha karmas. So that Lord can come and achieve you, take you back home, back to Godhead. So this is the significance of it. Anjaneyamati Padalananam Kancharadrikamaniya Vigraham Parijatataramulavasinam Bhavayaya Pavamananandanam Yatra Yatra Raghunatha Kirtanam Tatra Takritamastakanjalim Bhashpavari Paripurna Lochanam Marutim Namata Rakshasantakam Manojavam Marutulya Vegam Jitendriya Muddhimadam Varishtam Atatmajam Manarayutamukyam Sri Ramadutam Sharanam Prapadhye. So I pay obeisances to Ramaduta Sharanam Prapadhye, who is Vatatmajam, who is the son of Anilatmaja, Anila, or Vayudeva, and Manojavam Marutulya Vegam Jitendriyam Buddhimatam Varishtam. He is the greatest among all the Buddhimatas. In this way, Hanuman, he worshipped Lord Ramachandra and then attained a great glory. We have so many wonderful stories of Hanuman in the scriptures. Especially, we find Hanuman having a body red in color. So the story goes like this: that once Hanuman, he was very hungry in Ayodhya. In Ayodhya, he was so hungry. Then he required fruits in the city where you get fruits. So he went to Sita, knocked the door. In not so appropriate time, and Sita was just came out, and she was putting sindoor on her forehead. Then Hanuman, what are you doing? Then Sita told, you are a monkey, what do you understand? No, I want no. This is for the protection of my husband. This I am putting sindoor for the protection of my husband. Then he just got gayab. He was, and after some time he came. He came to meet Rama. And Sita told him, "What happened to you? Lord Rama, what happened to you?" Then Hanuman told, "See, by putting this much, she says, Lord Rama will be protected. I thought I put on the entire body." So that is the love which Hanuman has for Lord Ramachandra. The first meeting of Hanuman and Lord Ramachandra, it happened in Kishkinda. That's a very interesting pastime. The first thing which was noticed by Lord Rama in Hanuman, he is Vakyajnaha. He is a good speaker. He goes on glorifying Hanuman's speech and Rama tells Lakshmana, you see, Sugriva is very fortunate to have Hanuman as his Sachiva, as his secretary. If I can have him as my secretary, I am sure I can get back Sita. I am sure I can get back Sita. That is what Lord Ramachandra told Lakshmana when he first saw Hanuman. So that is the glory of Hanuman. Even Lord Ramachandra felt, I should have an assistant like him. That was a desire. That is what a devotee should be. It is not that devotee has a desire to serve the Lord, but he should conduct his action in such a way, he should speak in such a way, that the Lord should have a desire that I want you as my devotee. Because by myself I cannot be a devotee of the Lord. It only happens when the Lord desires. How it happens? When we use the speech to glorify the Lord. So we should learn how to speak. Very unfortunate that in our schools we teach everything to the children except how to speak. Very unfortunate. But that is the most important quality of a man. Srila Prabhupada also talks about in the Bhagavad Gita, when Arjuna, he asked Krishna that Sitaprajnascha ka bhasha samadhistasya keshava. Then he says, Kim prabhasheta. Sitadir kim prabhasheta. How does he speak? In the purport, Srila Prabhupada says, speech is the most important quality of a man. Of course, there are philosophical meaning of these things. Hanuman, the way he spoke to Lord Ramachandra when he met for the first time, Lord Rama was so much impressed that he had a desire. What was the desire? I want Hanuman as my Sachiva, as my secretary, servant. So that desire has to be erased in the heart of the Lord. So that's how one has to speak. This is the teaching. Anyway, I just went to merry-go around many stories and here and there. So we have any questions and anything to, any comments, please do. Hare Krishna. Yes, any questions? Any comments?
Some people told Lord Hanuman is both Lord Shiva as well as Lord Vishnu.
Hanuman, Vayu. Yeah, both. Very interesting point. We have Hanuman is incarnation of Lord Shiva. Yeah. Lord Shiva once was thinking of Lord Rama. Because he's chanting the name of Rama, isn't it? He's always chanting the name of Rama, Vishnu Sahasranam, Lord Shiva. Very interesting point. Then he thought in Ramayana, Vibhishana, he gave up whom? Gave up his brother for Rama. Vibhishana gave up his brother for Rama. Prahlad gave up his, Bharata gave up his mother for Rama. Then Lord Shiva started thinking, what should I give up? Because your love is expressed not by what you give, by what you give up. Isn't it? Even a small thing you give up for Krishna, that is more pleasing than whatever you give for Krishna. That is very nature, isn't it? Even in your life also you'll find that you love your wife because she gave up her father, mother and came to you, isn't it? But it's nature's law that when you give up something for someone, that is more pleasing than whatever you give. She is giving so many things, but still you gave up so many things for me, isn't it? So we should learn to give up things for Krishna. Small things. Then you give up. Like a child who every day is playing, but he gives up that play to sit in satsang. That is more pleasing for Krishna because he has given up something. Somebody is smoking and he gives up smoking for Krishna. That is very pleasing to Krishna. Oh, he gave up smoking. Isn't it? It's the nature's law. So Lord Shiva, he started thinking, what should I give up? I want to give up something nobody can give up. And nobody ever has given up. Then he thought, I want to give up my form only. प्रभु, मैं अपना रूप को भी त्याग कर देता हूँ. मैं बंदर बन जाऊंगा. आप बंदरिया हो. You are the one who, how do you say bandariya in English? What do you say in English? One who controls the monkey, plays with the monkey and then gets some money. Na? He So I want to become a monkey for you, so that you can play with me. So in this way, when Lord Shiva, he developed the desire because the person who, the player of the monkey, he makes the monkey dance according to his wish and will. So I want to give up my, what? The form itself. And that is how Lord Shiva entered into the Nitya Siddha Parshad of the Lord Hanuman. And then that is why we say he is the incarnation of both Vayu and Lord Shiva. So that's the... and so when Lord Shiva, there is a mantra. There is a Mrutyunjay mantra. We know it very well. Mahamrutyunjay mantra. People think this is for Lord Shiva, Trayambakam, who has got 3 eyes. Trayambakam Mijamahe Sugandhim Pushtivardhanam, that verse. But actually who? That is the mantra chanted by Lord Shiva for Lord Rama, who has 3 mothers. Trayambakam. Lord Rama has 3 mothers. So in this way, Lord Shiva enters the body of Hanuman. He is a secondary aspect. That is why he is not spoken so evidently, but it is true. Some sampradayas, Madhu sampradayas, they don't accept it, but in entire North India, this fact is accepted. Yeah. Yes.
These Vanaras, all are Devas, reincarnation.
Yes. They all entered the body of these Vanaras. Like in Krishna, all the Devas entered the body of the Yadus. In the same way, they also entered. And these Vanaras, they are still in Kim Purusha Loka, worshipping Lord Ramachandra. Okay,
so thank you so much for everyone coming, and just LalGovind Prabhu told me to thank you to everyone for today's satsang. And thank you so much, Maharaj, for coming. Wonderful class. And we hope we'll come next year. We'll see you again.
Yeah.
Please come again and again. Hare Krishna.
भक्ति पद्म स्वरूप प्रचारक स्वामी महाराज की जय, श्री प्रभुपाद की जय। बार करुणा करो वैष्णव गो